side. I got to disagree with there are some, don't get me wrong, there are some that actually were pretty decent after they, went through, maybe they made E5 and they went to OCS and they got their commission. That's cool. But every now and then you get that one that decides that as a PFC, he's going to be a lieutenant. So he goes, he does the Mustang route. But the problem is nobody liked his dumb ass when he was an enlisted guy. So he makes it 10 times worse when he's actually an officer. You ever have those guys?
I did have one, and I'll call that motherfucker out right now. His name was Lieutenant McNeil, and this guy, this motherfucker. Yes, that's my impression of him. But he's one of those guys that came through. He failed out of Ranger school not just once, but twice, and he blamed it on lightning.
The fuck?
And I was like, whoa, dude, you get struck by lightning? Because I actually had a really cool fucking captain that, he actually did some time in BAT, and he actually did some time in group. And when he came to us, when he was actually going through Ranger school, he got struck through lightning, by lightning through a tree. They huddled up on a tree because it was raining, and just for shelter. And I think that was in, I think it was mountain phase. And lightning hit the tree and shocked 3 of them. And so all 3 guys got the same tattoo of where the entry point was. It was a really fucking cool story, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'd seen it before. I was like, what the fuck, you blaming lightning? What, did you get hit by lightning? He's like, no, that would have been a lot cooler. And I'm like, yeah, right, it would have been. So what fucking happened? Oh, no, he never really elaborated on it. He just blamed it on lightning. I was just like, dude, no, I mean, you could say a lot of things at that point. Like, I just wasn't meant to do it. I tried twice. It's just not for me. I would have accepted that answer on all. I tried twice. It's not for me. Hey, man, at least you fucking tried, not just once, but twice. But he was kind of a douche about it. But yeah, I definitely had one of those, man. That guy, and he turned on me actually when we got overseas too. Dude was definitely a douche.
We had one of those kids. He had Dungeons and Dragons type kid, Mr. Uber Rambo when he was out in the field type of guy.
Yeah, same guy, right there.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So yeah,
the commercial soldier.
Yeah, commercial. Yeah, exactly. PX soldier, whatever you want to call him. He had all the fucking. This is one of those guys that had to have like everything hanging off of him all the time.
Yep.
Ranger beads, his K-bar, his everything. He was fucking out.
Get your bayonet off your M16, please.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
I asked him what the beads were because at the time I was actually I had the Ranger handbook. I was actually studying everything because I was looking to go to Ranger school right about that time. That's why I thought it was kind of cool when he came in talking about it. I was like, hey man, well, what was it like? What parts were hard for you? I mean, and just give me kind of a rundown of it. But he had his beads on and everything, and mind you, I'm sitting here with the Ranger handbook. I'm sitting there looking at it, and he has his beads on. He's walking around, and we're doing a fucking ruck march. And I was like, hey sir, I don't think you're using those beads right. And he's like, oh, what do you mean? I was like, well, sir, I'm sitting here looking at the book. It's literally right in front of me. And he's like, no, you're wrong. Listen, I went to the school, man. I'm telling you. I'm just like, okay, that's why you didn't pass.
100 meter. Yeah, there's 9 fucking beads, and then you got 5. What the hell?
Yeah.
Lieutenant, those are not Ranger beads. Those are definitely fucking anal beads.
Yeah. Well, you're clicking them for hydration markers.
I don't think they're supposed to be purple and glittery.
Why do they get bigger as they go up?
No shit.
Josh, you over snort, man.
Well, the big one's for 1,000 meters.
Oh, what was it? Matt Best had a really good one when it was a video they did with the LT or whatever, and the LT through the frag. You know what I mean? Just a radio communication back and forth. They're like 3 clicks apart, and he's like, "LT, where are you?" And he's like, "Hey, what's the maximum effective, killing distance of a frag grenade? Asking for a friend." Boom. You know what I mean? But I mean, dude, they had a good one on that because that's really how a lot of them are, man. And nothing against LTs. A lot of them do come out to be, and they do end up being good officers. Everything else. I mean, I've had some really great officers. I've had some really fucking shit ones. But I have had some really good ones that went on. General Nicholson was actually my first brigade commander, and that dude, he was a lieutenant colonel then, and he's the one that authorized the Moab in Afghanistan, and that dude is just a badass. I don't think I've respected an officer more than I've ever respected that man right there. That dude's a fucking badass.
Nice.
I wonder if they, when they go through school, if they're like, look, whenever y'all get to y'all's unit, you're gonna go through a fucking 2 years at least phasing, like hazing. Just calm down, guys. It's part of it. Like, do they get that talk before they get them out of school?
I think the West Pointers do, in all honesty, because I think with a lot of the West Pointers, you have a lot of generals and majors that have kind of retired there and that teach there and that are kind of help them go along, and they're just saying, hey, look, guys, you're gonna get fucked with a little bit, but you're a good one. Just prove it. But I've also had other good ones. Now, Chris, I think it was you that mentioned earlier about going from enlisted to officer and then coming in. And I had a really good one, man. Honestly, my sister did that too. She was a staff sergeant, and she went over to the officer side, and she now deals in psych and everything else in there. And she helps, soldiers and families with suicide and all that other stuff. But I had a really good one. His name was Lieutenant Blanner, and he was a 5 infantryman. And he came over to us, and he, as a butter bar. No, actually, as a first lieutenant, I believe, actually at that point. But he was a badass, man, because right when we went in to start to fuck with him, he was like, he looked at my guy. It was one of the privates, the PFC. He's like, "Private, you're gonna shut the fuck right now. Shut the fuck up right now. Or I'm gonna skull fuck the fucking shit out of you." And I was like, I fucking like this guy. I was like, you were a fucking NCO. And he was like, yeah, man, I was an E5 in the line. And I was like, yes. Like, you and I are going to do great things. But no, dude, as a fucking PL, that dude was fucking dope. And we did, man. We did some fucking great things. And he let me fuck with people so goddamn hard. It was amazing. And he was one of those LTs that was cool, too, though, because, like, we actually went out to a range with him. And we told him that, we wanted to stay at the range, run the range all week with the guys, just as kind of, team building time. And he decided that he was Mr. fucking Special. So instead of sleeping in the little range room, where you normally set up food and everything, like the Mermites normally go in there and all that shit, right? We set up cots. Well, he was too cool to sleep with us. So he slept in the tower, right? So, of course, you're going to leave all the ordnance down there with a fucking guard on it, but we're sleeping out there. So I was like, bro, all right, let me get a flashbang. And hang on, we're looking around. Baby powder. Fuck yeah. Bro, flashbang through the door. He comes fucking running back up. What the fuck? Dude, right then, antiqued him with the baby powder. Have a good night. Should have slept with us. Went back downstairs. But he was cool as fuck about that shit. He could have got us all Article 15s on that and everything else, but he was fucking dope as fuck about that. He was like, really, guys, a fucking flashbang? Really? Clever, just straight out blow out my eardrums? Like, you're going to flashbang me? We were like, well, sir, you have to know what it feels like. It was training.
Wow.
Have any of you guys done flashbang training before, though? Honestly, have you?
Yes.
Okay. If you've done any type of training with flashbangs, with breaching and clearing and everything, then you're gonna know at one time or another in training.
You're going through the door.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting fucking flashbanged. It's either not making it through the door and it's staying on your side, or it's coming right back towards the door, or you're going forward way too fast and it gets you anyway. So you're going to get flashbanged. This is going to happen. It's a hazard of the job, but for him, he could not deny that with us because that was part of the training we were doing. Oh, so you didn't want to get down there with us today. Guess what? Flashbang out. Just shut the door and walk out. Bro, that dude was mad as fuck. Hey, but he took it like a champ, man. I like that old thing. He was a good one. I wonder whatever happened to him. He's probably butt fucking somewhere. Fucking douche.
Yeah, my very first training with the flashbangs was that way. We were using those Tricons, those 10x10 Tricons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and fuck, that thing came bouncing straight back at us. I mean, I chucked that thing in. I was nervous. I'll admit it. It was a little bit kind of freaky because never thrown one of these off. So I chucked that bitch in there like it was a goddamn baseball. And it came right back out as fast as it went
bounced off the wall, came right back.
I got my whole squad.
Bro, the dumbest thing I've ever done with a flashbang is I was on a fucking mountaintop, and I'm sitting here looking down. It was a pass where you got to bring vehicles up one of those narrow passes in Afghanistan. And we're looking down. There's nothing down there. And this buddy of mine, E7, is walking by me. He's like, hey, bro. I was like, what's up? He's like, you see that frag just fall out of my kit and go down the mountain? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, okay. Pulled the pin and dropped it. Just let it roll, bro. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? He was just like, boom. And I was like, all right. I was like, think you're a fucking badass? Took the flashbang. Fucking cooked the motherfucker for a second. And I was like, oh, fuck, no cook time. And that motherfucker went off fucking 10 feet. I barely get out of my hand. I was like, oh, fuck, there's no cook time. That was the dumbest thing I ever did with the flashbang. I called it the fucking spoon when I was like, oh, fuck me. And I threw it, and I was just like, motherfucker. That got me good. Oh. Dude, have you ever been caught by a stun grenade, though? You ever been tagged by one of those rubber ball bearings?
Yes, those things hurt.
Oh, those rubber
Those
bearings?
hurt really bad. Really bad.
Grenades?
Fuck you.
Wait,
Fuck you.
God, dude.
About halfway through the deployment, we got those riot control shells for our shotguns.
Fuck that.
And I was like, bro, we got to test these.
You have to, bro. Everyone does.
So I hopped off my damn tank, and I stood about 15, 20 yards away. I was like, all right, man, I'm going to turn my back. Shoot me.
Fuck.
That motherfucker cracked a rib. I was like,
Yeah.
fucking riot control is this shit.
All right. The dumbest thing. One of the dumbest things I ever did in the military was, when we got the riot control, but it was the 203 Nerf looking motherfucker.
Yep.
No.
All right.
Oh,
You never saw those country? They're amazing. They look like a Nerf tipped fucking 203.
Nah, I didn't see that one. We just had the fucking little landmine fucking type deals. Where all fucking got like 100, 200 balls inside one. Huh?
Well, that's the thing, the grenade launcher that goes under your M16.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. 203 though. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you know how you have your normal fucking average shell? Looks like your 40
Looks like,
yeah, 40 mag.
Yeah.
And
looks like that bullet in Super Mario.
Everything else. Well, yeah, but you get a riot control kit, and it'd have like a buckshot, it'd have a Nerf tip, it'd have like, what was the other one?
gas.
Yeah, gas, and then there was one more in there.
No,
A Nerf tip.
I only know the rubber balls and the Nerf tip and the CS gas was the only ones I saw in there.
It was a flashbang. It was a flashbang.
So I never seen the balls for it.
Oh, dude, it looked crazy. So when we got them, I looked at them, and same thing, Josh. Boys are like, man, we got a field loss one. We just got to see what it does. Who's going to take the hit? And I'm like, looking down my squad, I'm like, none of you motherfuckers can shoot a 203. I was like, $100, man, I'll take it. $100 to meet you. I was like, $100 right now. Everybody was like, man, 100, man, it's like Nerf. And I was like, bro, that's 40 mag. It's going to fucking hurt. I was like, come on. They give me money. And they're like, how much? I was like, dude, it's $100. I got $100 for everybody. And my dumb ass, I'm sitting here thinking, now one of you motherfuckers is going to hit me with this motherfucker. Right?
You fucked up.
So,
you fucked up.
I fucked up bad. They gave it my best shot. They gave it to Sparks. I didn't even see Sparks out there, that motherfucker. He's the last one that walks up to me, gives me $100. And I'm like, you motherfucker. So, he pegged me right in the rank on the IOT. Right. Dude, this kid, when I tell you this is my prodigy, man, this kid could single shoot at 240, knocking down fucking pop-ups. Single shoot it. This kid was a badass shot. And anything you give him, he'll fucking hit. But he nailed me right in the rank, bro, with that thing. And then it popped up and hit me in the nose.
Oh, Jesus.
That was horrible. I made 600, but that fucking...
At least you got money. I just got a cracked fucking rib.
Well, I'm not stupid.
Well,
I was going to say, I wasn't stupid. I didn't fucking get hit by none of it.